Good morning, YouTube land. It's Debbie from the Canadian Crocheter. It is early morning. Still haven't even brushed my hair, but I figured I'd do a little video showing you what I've done over the last, 4 or 5 days. The first thing I'm going to do is show you what I'm wearing because I need to get it off. It is very, very warm. I made a sweater. So now it's not blocked, and it is a top down with the sleeves attached, and I decided to just leave a little opening here. Now I'm going to get it off and then I'll talk about it. It is very, very warm. Okay, so now I've been cleaning out my craft yarn room, whatever you want to call it, and so I only started crocheting about 2 years ago, and I bought a lot of yarn when I didn't know what I was doing, when I didn't know quality of yarn or anything like that, and I bought a lot of mill ends thinking, well, I'm just going to use it to practice. Well, I bought way too much of it, and this happens to be one of them. Now, it's not something that I would gravitate to, so I don't even know why I bought it, but I started looking at it because I want to use up stuff that I've bought and make things out of it. And I'm looking at it. This would make a great gardening sweater for the fall or early spring. Hides all the dirt. Look, can't see the dirt, so if I go like this, can't see it. Even though my daughter came over a couple of days ago and said, that's the ugliest thing I've seen. But anyway, it's great for dirt. So that's what it's going to be. Can't tell you what kind of yarn. I know it's acrylic, but it was a mill end, so I can't tell you anything like that. Not that anybody would run out and get this anyway. It's pretty crazy looking. Anyway, so that's one thing. And this was actually, it was a chunky yarn, so it was very quick to make up. And I believe I followed Bob Wilson, the 1-2-3 top-down sweater pattern. But I just, like I said, I made a few changes. So that's one, really easy. And I'm still on a shawl kick, so I made a very lacy one. As you can see, it is just chain 5s. And connected with, I think it's a single crochet. Anyway, it's not blocked, so it's going to get even bigger. I love this. It's very light, and I used baby yarn. I used Lion Brand's ice cream yarn, and the colorway is cookies and cream. I do love grays, so I think this would be very nice. Nice for summer, you know, just, or even in the winter over like a turtleneck the other way. I think that it would look pretty friggin' awesome. Anyway, so I made that, and I used a skein and a half. I'm gonna try to remember to tell you how much of yarn I've used. Someone made a comment and asked me how much I used on the shawls. I don't keep track of that stuff. I'm not very organized, so I forget, but I will try to make a mental note of keeping track of how much yarn I've used. And then along my, I also have been working on a lot of baby stuff. So I made, I don't know why my shirt is just washing everything out. So I made baby booties. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is just made with Bernat Giggles. Just simple little booties. I think I followed Jada and Stitches, her little pattern for socks. So made that. And then I had some of this yarn left. Baby Hugs, Red Heart Baby Hugs. And the colorway is Princess. And I made a little hat with a little pink rabbit pom-pom. So really quick and easy, literally 10-15 minutes, no problem. So I made that. And then I had some Karen Simply Baby, and the colorway is Little Bouquet Variegated. And then I made a little sun hat. And I don't know if this is acrylic. Yeah, it's 100% acrylic, but it really feels like cotton. So I made a little sun bonnet. Yeah. I'm trying to not wash out the camera. Let's see if I can put this over here. so that it doesn't wash everything out. Then, a while ago, I wanted to start working with cotton, and all I could find was the kitchen cotton. And somebody, I think it might have been Krista at the Secret Yarnery, suggested that I find mercerized cotton. And the only mercerized cotton that I could find where I live, we have a Michael's, but 10 kilometers away, but that's it. I don't have really anything else around here. Was Peyton's Grace. And I started making a top out of it, and I still think it was way too heavy or coarse. So I don't know if anybody's ever used this stuff. What did you use it for? Because I think that a top out of this would be just a little too stiff. Anyway, I ripped it out, and so I had quite a few skeins of this. And so I decided I'll make another bag. This one's a little better than the last one I did. I still have lots of work, like handles and things like that. I'm not very good at that. But it's a little shopping bag. And all I did was the granny stitch and flat bottom, or not flat bottom, but a closed bottom, and then the granny stitch. And I think it looks pretty good. And I'm actually going to be going to a fiber festival at the end of the month, and I'm going to take it to put my purchases in. Anyway, I think it kind of worked out better, not as wonky as the last one I made. So I'm quite pleased with that. And again, I used Peyton's Grace. The colorways that I used were lemon lime and aquifer, and sun-kissed. So made that. I probably have enough to make another one. And then, as I said, I was cleaning out my room, and I want to use up stuff that I haven't wanted to work with because of the quality, and I would never buy again. But I don't want to throw it out. What am I going to do with it? So I've been pushing through, and I went to a tent sale where they were selling yarn, and I bought these monster balls of red and white, and they are 100% acrylic and 717 yards, or 656 meters, 14 ounces of yarn. And I bought 2 red and 2 white, and I'm plowing through it. And I really don't enjoy working with it. It's not a very good acrylic, but I'm going to plow through and then wash it and take it up to the cottage. And I'm going to stick with the Canadiana thing. I'm making just a big, huge granny square blanket. It's going to be one big square. Maybe we can use it as a picnic blanket or something at the cottage. Anyway, and all I do is I keep going in red and white until I get bored. And then I stop and change the color. So I'm going to use it until I run out of yarn. It's going to take me forever. So this is not even done one ball of white and one ball of red yet. And I have another ball of red and another ball of white. It's going to kill me, but I'm going to do it. Anyway, that's pretty much all I've been doing. I've been trying to hobble outside to do a little bit of weeding and cleaning up my gardening beds. It's difficult. I put my air boot on and kind of crawl through the garden. Now my air boot's all muddy. But anyway, I can't wait to get outside full time. I am getting better, but still need my crutches. And the swelling is still pretty awful. But, you know, the doctor actually had the nerve to say that I'm suffering this long because I'm old. He said, his exact words were, you know, if you were 20 years old, you would be running by now. I'm like, what are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? But anyway, it is what it is. Yeah, so hopefully I can get working on some more things. Today I will be going to the post office to mail off the winners' prizes. I have not been able to do it all week because although I can drive because my right foot's okay, getting in and out of the vehicle I drive a Jeep, so it's pretty high up. Getting in and out of the vehicle is pretty difficult, and I have no way of carrying the packages into the post office because of crutches. So I have to wait for someone who has time to go with me to the post office. And my son said that he would do that today. So hopefully this afternoon, I will be able to go to the post office and mail the winners their prizes. And hopefully early next week, they'll get it. Anyway, for all you mothers out there, happy Mother's Day. And for all you non-mothers out there, call your mothers. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and we'll talk soon.